Now that you've learned about prepositions and prepositional phrases, we'll complete the guided practice portion together, and you will complete the independent practice on your own. You can use the recording sheet that I've provided as a Google Doc link on the slide, or you can write your answers down in your language arts notebook or on a piece of paper. Just to remind you the meaning of a preposition is a word that shows how other words in a sentence are related. Words such as about, by, in, of, on, to, and under are prepositions. Sometimes I like to think of prepositions almost like a position word. It's telling you where something is. So a prepositional phrase begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or a pronoun. The noun or pronoun is called the object of the preposition. So that's really our main focus for today. We also are looking at what the relationship between the object and the preposition are relating to in certain sentences. So under the guided practice, I'm going to go through this with you and then tell you what I want you to put on your recording sheet. Underline the prepositional phrase in each sentence and circle the preposition. Then draw an arrow from the object of the preposition to the word it relates to. You're not really able to do all the drawing portion, so I'm going to show you how to do that and then tell you exactly, again, what to put on your recording sheet or in your notebook. Number 1, emperor penguins breed in the winter. So your preposition is the word in. The prepositional phrase is everything pretty much thereafter in the winter. So in is your preposition. In the winter is the prepositional phrase. The word it is actually relating to is the word breed. So in your language arts notebook or on your recording sheet, whichever you choose to use, please write down in the winter. That's your prepositional phrase. For number 2, female emperor penguins lay eggs on the ice. Your preposition is on. On the ice is the prepositional phrase. It's referring to the word lay because that's where they lay their eggs, on the ice. So write in your notebook or on your recording sheet the prepositional phrase on the ice. Number 3, males watch the eggs while the females travel to the sea. To is your preposition. To the sea is your prepositional phrase. The word that it relates to is travel. It tells you what they do. Write down the prepositional phrase to the sea. Number 4, the warmth of the male's feathers protects the eggs. Of is your prepositional phrase. Of the male's feathers is the entire prepositional phrase. Of is just the preposition, and the word it relates to is warmth. So they're referring to the warmth of the feathers. Please write down of the male's feathers. And then lastly, number 5, the females return and provide food for the little chicks. For is your preposition. The little chicks continues on to make it your prepositional phrase. And chicks relates to the food. They're getting food for the chicks. Write down for the chicks as your prepositional phrase on your recording sheet. Let me show you what that looks like. On your recording sheet, you will see level 4 or floor 4 prepositions. This is where you're going to record your answers. The guided practice is the one I just did with you. You're going to put your prepositional phrases that we covered on numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 together. So floor 4 prepositions. Number 1, again, I said to write the prepositional phrase in the winter. Number 2, on the ice. Number 3, to the sea. Number 4, of the male's feathers. And number 5, for the little chicks. Those are the prepositional phrases from the guided practice. You will now complete the independent practice part on your own. Make sure to include the letter and the word beside your answers on your recording sheet. I'll read them aloud so you can hear them. Number 1, emperor penguins can be found on only one continent. Number 2, Antarctica's winter begins in late March. Again, you're choosing the prepositional phrase in that sentence. Number 3, there are 17 types of penguins, and the emperor penguin is the largest. Choose the prepositional phrase in that question. For questions 4 and 5, answer the question. Number 4, read the sentence. Most animals move to a warmer place each winter, but emperor penguins do not. What is the purpose of the underlined preposition? For numbers 1 through 3, choose the prepositional phrase in each sentence. Number 1, emperor penguins can be found on only one continent. A, found on only one continent. B, can be found. C, only one continent. D, on only one continent. Number 2, Antarctica's winter begins in late March. What is the prepositional phrase? A, winter begins. B, begins in. C, in late March. D, begins in late March. Number 3, there are 17 types of penguins, and the emperor penguin is the largest. What is the prepositional phrase? A, of penguins. B, and the emperor penguin. C, is the largest. D, are 17 types of. For numbers 4 and 5, answer the question. Number 4, read this sentence. Most animals move to a warmer place each winter, but emperor penguins do not. What is the purpose of the underlined preposition? A, to describe when animals move. B, to connect warmer with animals. C, to connect two phrases about winter. Or D, to show a relationship between move and place. Number 5, read this sentence. The feathers of the penguin keep out cold air and water. What is the purpose of the underlined preposition? A, to connect feathers with cold. B, to show a relationship between feathers and a penguin. C, to tell what a penguin's feathers do. D, to show a relationship between penguin and cold. Please make sure to record all of your answers on your recording sheet or in your notebook.